Hi, I'm Joseph Fleischman, Executive Chef and Food Production Manager at Meritus Medical Center in Hagerstown, Maryland. When I discuss our television spot with people, many times I'm asked to do a healthy pasta recipe. Well, today we're going to do just that. We're going to be making a sautéed pasta Primavera using whole wheat penne and fresh garlic. Let's begin, shall we? Our first step, and the first step in any sauté, is to add your lipid to your pan. About 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. You want to heat that up until just smoking. As with any sauté, we want to make sure we begin the sauté with our aromatics. For this sauté, we're going to use approximately 1 tablespoon fresh chopped garlic and about 1/4 cup of diced red onion. We're going to cook those until the garlic just begins to become translucent, as well as our onions. It takes about a minute. Helpful tip, make sure you continue to move your garlic in your pan. If you don't, it's going to brown, it's going to burn, and your dish is going to be shot before you even get started. Okay, the next thing we want to do are add the items that take longer to saute. Green peppers. We have some fresh carrots. And a little bit of squash. One helpful hint, whenever you saute carrots, after you slice them, blanch them in boiling water for 2 to 3 minutes. That'll make them a little bit soft. That way, they will get done at the same time as the rest of your items. You want to continue to saute these for approximately 2 to 3 minutes, again over medium-high heat. If they begin to brown, that's okay. A little bit of brown is fine. Too much brown is not good. The great thing about pasta Primavera is anything you like, vegetable-wise, you can add in here. Okay, we also have some zucchini here. We're going to go ahead and add that. The rest of our vegetables are doing wonderfully. And our last ingredient we're going to put in vegetable-wise is going to be our broccoli. That is smelling great. Our vegetables have nice color. It's working wonderfully. We're going to go ahead and add approximately 1/2 cup of chicken stock. This will really help flavor our sauté and our pasta. We're going to continue to saute this, lowering our heat just a little bit to a medium low. We want to reduce this chicken stock until it's about reduced by half. As you notice, this pasta is super healthy. There's no cream in it. A lot of our flavor we're going to get in this particular sauté will come from our garlic and our onions, but also the fresh herbs we're going to use. We're going to use about 1 teaspoon of fresh chopped oregano, teaspoon of fresh chopped basil, and 1 teaspoon of fresh chopped flat leaf parsley. If you use fresh herbs, you want to make sure you put them in at the very end of your sauté dish. On the flip side, if you're using dried herbs, you want to make sure you put them in the beginning. It gives them a chance to absorb some of the oils, open up a little bit, and really get fragrant. Our sauté looks wonderful. We have some nice fresh grape tomatoes here. And add them whole. It gives nice flavor. It gives a nice pop. We're going to go ahead and heat those through. We're going to put in a dash of salt and pepper. Our sauté is looking lovely. And we're going to add a small amount of margarine. We're going to use about 2 tablespoons. That's going to help give our dish just a little bit of body, not too much fat. Again, we're trying to reduce our fat, reduce our calories, stay away from whole butter. I know it tastes good, but for our purposes, we're going to use the margarine. And we want to do that just until it melts. We're going to go ahead and heat those through. You don't want to overcook your dish. You want your vegetables to retain their natural nutrients, the minerals. If we overcook them, not only will the color go out of them, all the nutrients will be lost in the pan. We don't want that. We're also going to use a whole wheat penne pasta. Another trick with your pasta is you do not want to ever overcook your pasta. It, again, robs the pasta of its nutritional content. It goes out in the water. We want to make sure that when we cook this pasta ahead of time, we cook it al dente, which means to the tooth. Basically, it's about 3/4 of the way done, so it still has a nice snap to it if you bit into it right now. Reason being, if it's mushy before we put it in here, it's going to continue to cook in our pasta dish, and we definitely don't want that because you're just going to have a big pile of mush when you're done. So, our whole wheat penne, we're going to go ahead and add that. Depending on how many folks you have, you want about 4 ounces of pasta per person. So if you're by yourself, 1/2 cup of pasta is great. If you have somebody with you, a full cup of pasta would be wonderful. We're going to go ahead and toss our pasta in with our fresh vegetables. We're going to turn the heat up just a little bit to heat our vegetables. Okay, our pasta is done and we're ready to plate. If you have 2 servings here in your saute pan, you can simply get 2 plates, but we have just 1. Actually, we have a little bit more than 1, but that's okay. We want to make sure we put everything in the center. Make sure we get all our different colors represented, our nice and greens, our yellows with our carrots, or I'm sorry, our oranges with our carrots. There are yellow carrots, we don't have any here, and some of the cherry tomatoes. There we have it. Sauteed fresh vegetables and whole wheat penne, served with crusty bread and a side salad for a delicious, healthy meal.